Hello YouTubers, hello subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. I thought I would sneak away a bit while my little bit is doing her thing real quick, and then I'll let you guys get back to what you were doing as well. So, I wanted to mention Tom Bower's book because I am reading it and I'm not close to being done, but I read it during my spare time. Oh yeah, I did do my hair over. I'm not a big fan of the color. However, I'm just gonna go with it because it takes 3 or 4 hours for me to have this look. So we are gonna go with it. I really like the last. My other hair was really pretty, but anyway, I know. Quit messing with your hair. Tom Bower. So I find aren't we all trying to figure out who Meghan is? Who she is? What type of person she is? You know, what's her character really like? You know, and I'm bringing Donald Trump up because they are similar. But the reason why I'm bringing up Donald Trump is because I know who Donald Trump is. Like, I know his character. I know who he is. I know what he's all about. Even if he doesn't say it, you kind of can know. But with Meghan, you just don't know who she is. So I say this to her supporters. How are we supposed to learn or know anything other than what she tells us? You have her Sussex squad or her defenders, like Ernest, that was on Piers Morgan the other day, which, you know, I just can't understand how people can just turn a blind eye to what she's done and think that it's okay for Ernest and people that are commenting to not understand why we do this and why we bring awareness and why we're talking about it. And if you don't know, my video speaks highly of it. But what I don't understand is the people that support this. Is it because we don't and you want to? Is it because people are coming so down hard on her right now? I could understand that reason for defending her. But is it just you're going to love her no matter what? She's the princess? Like, what is it? And then you get a lot of this. Who are you to judge? I became a judge when she started opening her mouth. I became privileged to some information that I shouldn't have, that she provided for us, and now we are not supposed to have an opinion? It is unique that I have this opportunity to talk to everyone that listens or subscribe, to be able to tell them how I think and feel. I get the bigger audience. But why does she get to do it and we don't? Why is it okay for Meghan to tell us all this hoopla about herself and then expect us to believe it, and then degrade and go after those that they attack? So it's okay for them to do that, but it's not okay for us to have a response to it. I have a problem with that. I think when you start asking us questions on why we're on here and do we know her personally, we don't have to know her personally. She let us into her bedroom. Hey, I got a visual of her husband's dick. Or penis. Can I say dick? Sorry, I'm not changing it. Because he decided that he wanted to put that in a book. And I'm not supposed to talk about his Todger. I just wanted to get that out real quick. Anyway, moving on. I hope I made my point with that. Like sometimes I can explain things so much that it's like, okay, we get it. Tom Bower. I've heard this story so many different ways with how her and Harry met. And it's getting kind of fuzzy for me because now Meghan has introduced us into, they met through Instagram and he saw a funny face of her. And then that's how he was struck by her. I'm going to go with the first story. And that story was that you guys met through a mutual friend. But here's what else I found out about the book. I also found out that she wasn't single and that she was dating a gentleman named Corey. And I knew she was dating somebody. I kept saying Trevor, Corey. And so one weekend, she invites him to her house or whatever, and she fails to tell him at that time, Corey, I want to be with you anymore. I found someone else that I done fell in love with, and I don't want to date you anymore. No, she brings him in. They have a last sexy do, and oh, Corey, Harry, did you know that Meghan was dating Corey at the same time she was dating you? And when you came to visit her, that you couldn't stay at her house because she had Corey stuff all over the place? And so you stayed with someone else, and then you guys kind of just hung out and met. That's the story, Tom Bauer, and I believe every word he says. And so you didn't get to see her apartment during that visit because Corey's stuff was all in there. That doesn't bother you? Let me go further. Then she invites Corey to come down, one last rendezvous. And when I say rendezvous, I say sex. They had sex for the last time because Corey was not coming to town and not getting any. What was he? So they had sex, Harry, while you and her were trying to get together. Then she decided to mail back, I heard she mailed back an engagement ring or rings or something. Anyway, she mailed him something or told him through text or whatever that it's over. So that was interesting to me. I just thought that was weird. Because her story is that she was on a girls' trip and it was a singles thing and she just happened to meet Harry. No, I heard that you were still with someone and you were looking for some powerful rich guy, which you ended up meeting. But at the same time, you were in an entanglement. I'm just saying. I don't know why that's relevant. And it's relevant because of the lies. Because we don't know who Meghan is. We know her by her trickery stuff. Let's move on. So here's another thing that Tom Bauer shook my core with. And I won't say shook because nothing they do anymore shocks the hell out of me. It just becomes the norm because what I'm figuring out is that Meghan and Harry aren't going anywhere, meaning they're not going to stop this. They're going to continue and continue and continue. And at the end of this conversation, I'm going to tell you why. Because I thought that, maybe they'll come out with a statement, I'll shut the hell up, and then they'll be, do the stuff that they're supposed to do. Work and make money and not trash in the family. I don't know what's going on with Harry, but he is no longer innocent in any of this. And I used to think that he was. And like someone said, is he still on drugs? Is he taking it daily? Is this something that he does on a regular basis? Not that it's any of my business, but is that affecting his sensors? To be able to discern, his discernment, to be able to discern who he's sleeping with and what he's saying and what's coming out of his mouth. So, and I've said this before, Meghan told us that she hadn't seen her sister, in 20 years? And then Tom Bauer said that they met in 2008 at her graduation. And so people keep talking about where are the receipts. Ernest is one of the major supporters of Meghan. And if I didn't say this earlier, I'm repeating myself, and it's okay. Because those that defend her, those that continue to think that this is cool, that what she does is harmless, and why do we care? You don't? Like, it, you know what? It honestly bothers me because I talk about it a lot. And if it didn't, I wouldn't care. And I think it's the fascination of the royals and just the amount of manipulation, the amount of stuff that she's done. I didn't start coming on YouTube until a docuseries. But that whole time, I was like, oh my, this girl is crazy. If they believe in this, and this, at that time, her popularity was up here in the United States. And I got sick of it. I said, it's not fair for her to go around lying and doing the things she does and not have any accountability for it. And it really just kicked me in my butt when I thought, I said, what did William and Kate them ever do to her to make her treat them like that? Just so disrespectful. Listen, the family aspect with me is it. It's how she treated her family. It's what is the worst of all of this. Mm-hmm. So, with an S. Families with an S. What is that? Oh. Okay. So, she lied about that, of course. We already know that. Moving on. Now, I heard this, and I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find anything right now on it. And I was just hoping that Beyonce doesn't get tied up with Meghan. I just don't. Something about she's going to be hosting Beyonce's thing. No. Beyonce called them up and say, don't get connected. Look what happened to Oprah. It's a manipulation thing going. So yeah, that's just my thought. Don't. Because this is the thing about that connection. Is that even though if Beyonce felt sorry for Meghan, I get it. But not yet. Because they're still doing it. They're still doing what they're doing. They're still making everything about them. They're the victims. This is what happened to them. No accountability for the crap that they've done. And the first thing that comes in my mind is who would want to be associated with her? Like that lady on the latte. I wanted to tell her, get away from her. She's poison right now. And that's how I feel about her. You don't know who she is. She's got 50 different stories she's telling us. She's the one that's always been attacked and hurt, and they threw her to. She said, like someone said, she said, I still don't know the reason why her and Harry were running the way they ran. Like the mob was after them. Nobody was after them. No one. Everybody was trying to keep them in the fold while Meghan was pushing them out of the fold. So what I don't get is who was running in behind them trying to push them out? No one. And I forgot my thought, but it just doesn't add up. Here it is. What was the reason why they left the UK? Because you can't say it was the paparazzi, because they're everywhere, Meghan, as you can see. Now you guys are a joke. I never thought that it would go this bad for them as far as their popularity. But for some odd reason, Harry thinks he's successful because he sold so many copies of his book, and now he's pushing more to be sold. No, this isn't a success. This is a failure. Steve called you out and said his wife likes the family, unlike you. South Park said your wife is empty inside. And then Chris Rock just called her smooth out and said, everybody is wondering what color his skin is going to be. I said it from the beginning, just like P. Dinah said it. I was wondering what color my daughter was going to be. I married a white man. I'm a black woman. She is clearly bright. And like Chris Rock said, my sister was looking on the back of my daughter's ear, and it was darker than her skin color. And immediately, and I don't know if the doctors would tell you this or not, but it's a known fact that the darker the color of your daughter, whatever your child's ear is the color they're going to become. My daughter has become that color that was on her ear. But the point is that it wasn't a racist statement, just like Chris Rock said. He said that listen, you can have two black parents and still wonder what color, because it could be a dark-skinned, it could be a light-skinned, whatever they said, it wasn't racist. Just like Straight Outta Compton. That wasn't a racist statement. This is the problem. You got Chris Rock, you got South Park, and you got all these comedians. Because let me tell you something. I said South Park has opened the floodgates. Open the door. Come on in. Let's go. To everybody else to go in on Prince Harry and his Duchess of Sussex. And this is the first of many that we're going to see. Saturday Night Live going to get in there. Some more comedians going. First of all, they've already done it. Steve Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel. You know, they're coming for them because now they are considered fair game and a joke. And honestly, if this is the Harry opened up, let me say, he did something real stupid this weekend. Very stupid. I wasn't even going to talk about it because it was so stupid. I said, I ain't talking about that. I said, I just ain't, Excuse me. I said, I ain't talking about that. I'm going to talk about it. He wants us to watch him and his therapist have a session together. But they want privacy. But they want all this. They want the opposite of what they're doing. Period. And we supposed to shut the hell up? I don't think so. But the kicker, you know there's a kicker. He charges people to dial in to listen to the BS. What the heck do I want to... First of all, I didn't want to get the book. That was poison. I'm not sitting through that. No, you ain't gonna make me. I don't care if my subscribers tell me to. Listen, send me inserts. I ain't listening to that mumbo jumbo, okay? Because I'm not paying him to listen to him whine about his family and about his circumstances that are privileged. And what is he broke? Is he broke that he needed everybody to pay $1? Or was the therapist man needing money? Because neither one of them are broke. His therapist is rich as hell, and so is Harry. So why am I broke? And I'm not broke. But, you know, I ain't rich. I am not that. Shoot. I'm counting pennies. What would them two people that's making all that money need with our money? I'm not going to pay. And then we'll give you the book too. Take that book and throw it in the Smithsonian. Take it and throw it as far as you can see it. It is disgusting. The way he whines in this book and every other sentence is about that Sussex woman that he married, that took a name that didn't belong to her. But then she gonna tell us, I gotta say it, you know, I revert back to my norm. They left. And they said that they left because of what? Y'all, someone needs to explain to me why they were in such a hurry to leave. Because like someone said today, they did not see that the royal family was doing anything to either one of them. And so even in their book, even when they start talking in their docuseries, what led you to leave? Meghan's suicidal thing? She couldn't just pick one. She couldn't just pick the racism. She had to go suicidal too. And then she got people like Ernest, and Teresa, and Sunny on The View. Don't get me started on her. Because her logic, they need to kick her off. Okay? Her thought process ain't even there. She ain't even thinking. Okay? Because if, at least Ernest did say, said something. Like they may have messed up over there. But, sorry. I get a little animated. I get a little whatever. When I really start thinking about these two. And the things that they do. Because why am I talking about Harry's therapy session? I'm not going to tell you guys about my therapy session. Because it's between me and my therapist. At least I thought. Because that's confidential information. Or doctor-client privilege. Stuff that you shouldn't be talking about. And now they want us to... he got PSD. That's what he been diagnosed. Post-destroy, like trauma. Something, quick trauma. The point is that he is sitting on this crap. And his therapist, I don't know who he is. He just lost a whole bunch of brownie points. And he's supposed to be renowned. No, not anymore. Because you let Harry trick you into having a live session with him. And then you guys trying to suck money out of us little people. I'm calling myself little. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. But they want us to shut up. I also heard Piers Morgan said it. And I listen to my YouTubers, and then I start taking my notes, and then that's where I come up with my content. Listen. Piers Morgan said that 24 hours after they were told, 24 hours after Spare broke, after Harry launched Spare, 24 hours after that, that's when Charles evicted them. We're just not finding out about it. Which further tells me that Charles is sick of you. And instead of doing what he asked you to do, Harry, which is don't make his reign as a king, his time as a king, difficult. Shame on you. I'm talking to you, Harry. Come on. Then you almost just straight up diss your dad by saying that he had to marry Diana to have an heir or a spare. Listen, thank God that it was possible so that you could be here to do your trickery stuff. No, you want to dish your dad and diss him. And you know the queen. You know what, subscribers, you know what I think? I think as soon as the queen passed, when the queen passed, Harry felt emboldened to now just do what he's doing. Because before, he was under some type of restraint because he didn't want to disappoint his grandmother, although he was doing it anyway, Oprah. And so now he is coming out of the floodgates with stuff. We will be hearing from these two again with an additional 400 pages of stuff. I believe they're going to do it now. At first, I didn't. I figured their popularity would get them to sit down. Oh, no. It emboldened them even more. Harry seems to think that since his book is in the Guinness book, that he's some type of celebrity going around having these interviews. Maybe he's loving the limelight. Maybe Harry is liking being on TV. Maybe it was the opposite. Remember, he said when them flashes come, he get all, them flashes ain't doing nothing to you, but willing you in. I think these two are just, I don't know. I want to make sure I get to my points because I can go rattling on. Talked about Chris Rock. I mean, the color of the skin. What he's trying to say, Meghan, is that you're a whiner and you're whining about stupid stuff and you hit the jackpot like I said she did. And then you got over there and started acting stupid. And then you want us to believe all this stuff. No. You know what? I don't know what to believe what's going on with Harry anymore. I really don't. At first, I thought that she was the puppet and he was being manipulated. But now, with this therapy session, I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know what's going on with Harry. I don't know what mental thing that he thinks it's a good idea to have a therapy session. But you want us to know that you're getting help? It blows my mind. Trust. I think I'm about done. I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Yeah, 27 minutes. That's good. Listen, love you guys. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. And I have 1,400 subscribers. I would love to hit 2,000. I enjoy this. I do want to start talking about other things other than Meghan and Harry, and I will. But, they give us so much content. I had already did a video on J-Lo and Ben. Really great video. If you guys want to see it, let me know. I'll release it. Otherwise, I won't. But it's about their relationship and my take on it and what I think is going on with these two. Love you.